All right, Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood End. Talk about this briefly. It's a pretty short book. It's just a little over 200 pages, and it's divided into three sections. So let me read the back cover. The back cover. The overlords appeared suddenly over every city, intellectually, technologically, and military superior to humankind. Benevolent, they made few demands. Unify Earth, eliminate poverty, and end war. With little rebellion, mankind agreed, and a golden age began. But at what cost? With the advent of peace, man ceased to strive for creative greatness. Malaise settled over the human race. To those who resisted, it became evident that the overlords had an agenda of their own. As civilization approached the crossroads, would the overlords spell the end for mankind or the beginning? So, yeah, that's right. It's like V the series or Independence Day or something, where these giant spaceships show up over the cities of Earth and then impose utopia upon mankind. Published in 1953. It's a strange story. It's divided into three parts, like I said. Part one is dealing with a character, the Secretary General of the United Nations, okay, is the person that the overlords communicate to mankind through. His name is Stormgren, Secretary General Stormgren. So that part one, deals with kind of like man struggling with the overlords and contemplating like resistance and this type of thing. And then section two, the other thing is that the overlords have not revealed what they look like. So nobody knows what they look like. And they want to know what they look like. So they're trying to figure out like how to get a picture of them or look at them. Okay, so that's section one. Then section two jumps ahead because the overlords tell everybody, hey, we will reveal what we look like to you at a specific point in time. And so there's a time skip. And you get into section two, which is called the Golden Age here. And we get a little bit more into some of the talk of what has happened as a result to religion and whatnot. I thought this was probably the most interesting section of the book, was the second section, and dealing with the fallout of the overlords, like what is done to religion, what is done to mankind, their presence. They do reveal themselves, and it's a shocker. I'm not going to spoil it because that's kind of like the big reveal of the book, okay? And I laughed. I was like, really? Okay, but whatever. This second section introduces a character named Jan Rodricks. He's an astrophysicist. And then George and Jean Gregsons, okay? They're going to be important for the remainder of the book. So we've moved on from Secretary General Stormgren, and we've introduced this other cast of characters, and they will remain with us through the remainder of the story. The alien, or what do we say? The alien overlord, his name is Karelin. He is the head honcho that's in charge of the alien overlord fleet or whatever. And there's more reveals that are tied into that. And then we get to the third section of the book, okay? And this is going to deal with primarily George and Jean Gregsons and their family, and why are the overlords interested in the children? Why are they interested in the kids? What is it about the kids? So there you go. Now I will say Arthur C. Clarke is an absolute weirdo. All right, so I did he's the dude that wrote 2001. Kubrick did this film. And again, we're going to be dealing with concepts of transhumanism in this book. So Arthur C. Clarke clearly is part of the transhumanist agenda. But I want to say this confirms, this book absolutely Section 3 confirms my analysis of the end of Neon Genesis Evangelion. This has to be heavily inspired from the works of Arthur C. Clarke, and it's confirmed. My Evangelion analysis is confirmed, okay? Like, this book taps right into that stuff. So Hideaki Anno had to have been into Arthur C. Clarke and been into Kubrick, very much so. So I would say it's an interesting book. It's wacky doodle. Arthur C. Clarke. Yep. He's an absolutely strange guy. I mean, he's got some strange ideas about humanity and God and whatnot. So I can't say I agree with him, but whatever. It was an entertaining read, much more entertaining than Stephen King's The Stand. So I'd give this book like a 4 out of 5. The characters are kind of shallow. They're not really deep, but the story was entertaining and wacky doodle, and it did have some interesting concepts and ideas thrown in there that you can think about and talk about with people. So yeah, it's intellectually stimulating read. Now, it's not an action adventure. It's very, heady, people sitting around talking. So yeah, there you go. All right, Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood's End. I enjoyed it, even though Arthur C. Clarke is an absolutely insane individual. But there it is. All right, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.